Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming back on to share how I made this little like spool little dangle. So my original one I made it to go on my Scrap Diva Designs project, and it was hanging off of here. I did not have another one of these empty. So I just took off what I originally made, and I will just remake this, and I'll make it just a little bit different, but love this. Now this one is a little bit bigger than this one, so they would be about like this size. This one, I'm trying to remember the color of the thread. I don't know, I've had them for a little while, but yeah, I usually throw these away, and I had a couple, and I'm like, so just make that. So I will show you how I made it. So on the original one, I hot glued this on. This one I didn't. I had tied it with some string, and then I have bows. Of course, I did not grab one before I started recording. I don't remember if I got them off. Some of these I did get off of Etsy, and some of them I got off of, yeah, I think the one with the rubber bands I got off Etsy. They're like for a little girl's hair or whatever. So that's what I put on here. So this is usable, this little trim here. I didn't put as much trim around this one, but what I was going to do was sew some of that like sparkle tulle and put that over the top of this before I put a bow. But I will share. Let me see. I've been cleaning my craft room, so I kind of switched things around. And I really wished I would have thought about all this before I started filming, but we will just go with it. We will do something totally different. I had a really thin string that I had tied around here. It was like a sparkle string, and I have some pink and some mint that I got from Frank Garcia Studio, and I was going to use that on here, but like I said, I've been doing cleaning, and now I don't quite know where everything is because I've rearranged things. So you can hot glue this on here, which is what I originally did, but yeah, I wanted it to be usable. So I just needed to grab a pair of scissors. So I just took this outside, stuck it in a box, and I just spray painted it. And then for the top part here, I used this marker from the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby, and I just kept putting it on there until it got gold. I mean, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just like the look of the pink and gold. So after this dries, then you just take whatever trim. Like I said, you can hot glue it or whatever. I'm not going to hot glue this one, but I definitely want it to be, you just wrap it around. I want it to be a little bit thicker, but like I said, I was going to sew some of that really pretty glittery tulle. So all I'm going to do for now is just take this bow, and all I do is I have a pink ribbon that has gold around the edge, and I just hot glue a little piece around the center so it has a little bit of gold. But you can definitely just tie this around a few times. Like I said, it was easier when I just tied it with the string, or you can use ribbon or whatever. Okay, just keep kind of pulling that until it looks pretty and fluffy. So that's what I did for that part. Like I said, I really want to put some more around there, make it a little bit thicker. So I would still have to keep playing with this to get this through, but we're just going to go on to the rest of it. So I used, what did I do with it? Here it is, right behind me. So I do not know what gauge wire this is. I got this from Walmart a very long time ago. It is thick. I mean, it's not really thin. It's still bendable, but it's not like the really thin stuff that you get from the Dollar Tree. So I just took and just cut a piece. And I am not a professional at this in any way, so don't judge me. I'm just doing it how I do it. And then you just take, you know, with your little plier thingies and then make like that little loop right there. So that way you have an end so that your beads stay on. Now this original one, I didn't have as many beads. So this one I'm going to, and with this one, instead of pink, I'm going to start with gold. And then I'm going to put one of these little, I think, are they called rondelles? They have the really pretty beads or jummies all around it. Then I'm going to do that one. And then I have a pink and like gold mixed bead. So I'm going to do that. And then you could put another one of those rondelles if you want. The only thing is that with this one, they went inside, so you can't really see them. Then I just put that through there. I'm hoping I made this long enough. So then, let's see, it would be this bead here. Then this little pretty one. Then the gold one. Okay, I think I did okay. So I really don't want it that long, but I want to loop it over a few times. So I would cut and I would leave, I don't know, just a little over an inch, inch and a quarter, whatever, and then just start. Like I said, I am not a professional at this. I am not a good wire wrapper. I usually buy my wire wrapped beads from Rhoda. I won't lie. I do wire wrap beads, but I am not the greatest at it. And it doesn't bother me. Lift that up, just make sure that is nice and secure so it doesn't come apart. And there's just that little itty bitty piece there. Just going to snip that off so that you don't cut yourself. But this was pretty easy. And then of course it's pretty bendable, the wire, so you're just going to want to bend it to where you want it. I think that looks pretty, but it definitely looks prettier when there's that ribbon there, but you can still, you have time because this is not glued on there. Okay, this looks a little cockeyed. Okay, then we are going to take a smaller little ring, because I'm still going to hang this on the back of here, and now it's much longer. The original one did not have this on there because it's just gonna hang down way too far. So I'm gonna use this little one here. So I'm just gonna attach these two. To that one. Okay, then we have that. And of course I did not get the other little, I got these off of, I want to say AliExpress, these little bow dangles. I thought, yeah, of course I brought both beads over here and not, it's not like my craft room is that big and I gotta go that far to get them, but here is one here. And I just store all of my stuff in these. Then I need another little, did I use a little itty bitty? Not too small, about the same size. Okay, this one was on the original one, so I'll just put that back so I can reuse it. Okay, and then we're just going to add this. I think I added it right so it could spin around on there. right on this part here. Not this jump ring, but, or the little ring, whatever it's called, but this one. I mean, you could do it either way, but I liked it so that it moved around. But that's all I did. So then you would just take, I mean, you can do your marker, the gold marker before. I just took and went around, and I had to wait for it to dry and then like do another layer. Definitely do this before, like I said. Plus it covered up, you know how like on your thread it has, it's like printed on. I did spray paint it, but you could still kind of see that. So this gold, I probably should have just spray painted it again. See how it's getting. So you just got to let that dry a little bit, go over it again until you get the gold color that you want. Yeah, so this will have to dry, but you get the gist of it. But that is how I made the little dangle. Very simple. Because, I mean, you're just going to throw these out anyway, so why not just spray paint them and reuse them? You can even, I don't remember who did it, but somebody did it, and they connected a bunch of these. I think they did wooden ones, and I really wish I knew who it was because that's what inspired me to do this. They connected a whole bunch of these, and they had it on a long thing, and that was their trim sampler that they sent to somebody. Like I said, I really wish, so if you know, you can tag them or in the comments or whatever, because I would love to give them credit. But this is just going to go back right onto my album. That's why I didn't want it to hang too low. I will probably take this off and just put this here. But okay, I'm getting, this is still wet, the gold, but that is it. I promised a tutorial, so that is all that I did, guys, and I can't wait to empty out more of these. Now I need to just keep making bobbins, but normally, no matter what color I use, I just do white for my bobbin, so this is going to take me a while, but anyways, there's the little tutorial, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you make some, and have a good night. Bye.